In popular imagination, superpowers always appear as the peak of human fantasy. Superhuman strength, telepathy, invisibility, immortality, all seen as divine gifts that would solve our problems. But in reality, each gift would carry an unimaginable price. Today, you will discover why having superpowers could be the worst curse of your life. Imagine receiving the gift of super strength. At first, everything seems exciting. Moving cars, breaking walls, being unbeatable. But just one firm handshake or an uncontrolled hug could cause fractures, hemorrhages, or even an accidental death. Your life would become a constant state of vigilance against yourself. People would no longer see a friend, but a walking weapon. The fear in their eyes would replace any form of affection. The hero would turn into the monster no one dares to approach. Now think about the gift of invisibility. Many dream of the freedom to go unnoticed, but being invisible also means ceasing to exist. Over time, you would no longer see yourself reflected in a mirror, with no proof of your own presence. The human brain needs recognition, to be seen, touched, noticed. Without it, identity dissolves. What starts as a fun trick soon becomes absolute isolation, invisible to the world, and slowly to yourself. And what if you could read minds? It sounds useful, but it takes only a moment to realize the torment. The human mind is a labyrinth of noise, repressed desires, and chaotic thoughts. Imagine being on a bus and hearing dozens of voices at once, each pouring out fear, anger, prejudice, hidden secrets. There's no way to turn it off. You would become a human receiver, exposed to every shadow of the collective psyche. Slowly, you would no longer distinguish which thoughts are yours and which belong to others. The boundary of sanity would collapse. But perhaps the cruelest burden of all is immortality. How many have wished to live forever? The idea seems like a triumph over death, until the centuries start dragging on. You would watch every person you love be born, grow old, and disappear. You would witness empires fall, civilizations vanish, while you remain. Time would stop being a gift and become an endless prison. Eternity is not a blessing. It is a desert of solitude with no escape. The truth is that superpowers, so glorified in comics and movies, would be unbearable in the real world. The human body, the human mind, human relations, none were made to handle such distortions. Each power would come with a devastating consequence, a life that, instead of being extraordinary, would become unlivable. And in the end, the inevitable question remains, would you really want to receive a power beyond human condition? Or is it that by wishing to be more than mortal, we are begging for a curse disguised as a gift? Perhaps the greatest gift is not to fly, be invisible, or live forever. Perhaps the greatest gift is precisely fragility, limitation, finitude, because that is what gives meaning to the moment, to touch, to memory. That is what makes us human. Now that you know the hidden side of superpowers, would you still dare to wish for one? If the answer is yes, subscribe and turn on the bell. The next video will show you something even more disturbing.